What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with an analysis breakdown on Zion Williamson. He is a wrecking ball going to the basket. He can finish with good grace and good touch, using his speed and quickness to get to the basket, using screens to get a first step to go all the way to the basket is one of the things he usually does. And he makes it look so easy to the point where he doesn't even have to Euro step because he uses physicality to knock you off your balance, to be able to use his length and his size to elegantly put it above your head. I love seeing him go to the basket just because it's just tough to stop him. He's like a wrecking ball going to the basket. He just bulldozes his way there, and there's not much you can do, even if you're a center, even if you're a power forward, even if you equally size, because he gets a head of steam and comes right at you, and then he just finishes it so beautifully and gracefully. I love the fact that he can finish even during contact. He has the ability to contort his body or even hang in the air long enough to change his layup and still be able to make it. He can also finish just by pile driving through a guy and taking a lot of contact and still finishing it softly, which is tough and difficult to do, but he makes it look easy. He can also draw you out and go straight to the basket just by using his speed and agility just to get there all the way there. He also can use his power to use his ability to bump you off your axes and still use his speed and length to lay it in gently. I love the fact that he can do that consistently throughout a game by switching it up and still being able to finish multiple different ways. It's not one way that he didn't finish, even high off the backboard, where he can literally throw it off the backboard from further away from the basket and still get it to go in. And you can see he can even use a floater type of layup where he gets close to the basket, 15-foot range, and he can lay it in nice and soft and easily. He also can hang in the air and contort his body and finish with all different angles off the backboard. But he also can finish with power, and he also can finish with strength. And that's something that I love about him too. He can go up with either hand or go up with both hands and finish very strong, and it's just tough to stop him when he gets a full esteem, and he has high self-esteem with his game. He's gravitating in the air. He has his own horizontal pull, and he uses it to his advantage. I love his facilitating ability. He draws a lot of attention going to the basket, and he uses his ability to see the whole floor because he's at the top of the key. And sometimes he doesn't even have to be at the top of the key. He can be in the post. He can be in the middle of the floor, and he can just see shooters or cutters anytime he wants to. And since he draws so much attention driving, it just open up lanes for him to use his ability to suck in the defense. And then since two guys go, it breaks down the defense to allows one shooter. And sometimes he does it in the post where he draws the defenders early, and then he can just pass out of it and just make guys get easier opportunities just because of it. You know he wants to move and drive, and then somebody just gets a wide open shot, which is the easiest shot in the game. Is a practice shot. You got so much space to collect your shot. You collect the grip, and then you can just get an easy opportunity. And sometimes he just get the skip pass off early just because he knows guys are going to help, and he rather just pass out of it quick instead of getting caught up into a double team or a trap. And then he just makes the quick read, and then it's just easy, like you see here, for guys like C.J. Ingram and even guys like Herb Jones to get easy opportunities at the three-point line early in the offense. And he does this pretty frequently just because he can do it. He can even hang in the air and find shooters just because he has the ability to get to the basket whenever he wants. And even when he's attacking, he can come off screens and handoffs and draw attention that way too. And then it just leaves somebody open for an easy basket anywhere on the court. And I love the fact he can use his handle to do this too. He also keeps his head up, so he's always knowing where the guys are at. And by him being at a position where he can see guys before they get open, like you see here, it even allows them to create a little bit off the dribble and get space that they already had. And since the defense is already semi-collapsed, it allows them to be able to get a one-on-one situation and get easy assists because it's a quick isolation, kind of like semi-transition for offense. And he also has the ability to be a great defender. He can block, he can get steals when he wants to try hard. And when he wants to play hard, he has the physical tools to cover a lot of space and cover a lot of ground. And he can also get deflections just by wanting it more than another team. And I think that that's something he can use his speed and quickness more of in the future. Zion is great. He can get to the basket when he wants to. He's starting to add a jumper. He can hit spot up threes when he wants to. I just think he has to fulfill his game and fill it out just a little bit more so he can become more of a balanced offensive player. Other than that, I love what I have seen from him. I hope he continues to grow. And I hope he continues to put in the work. And I hope he just becomes a better defender. He has all the physical tools to realize his potential as an all-around player, a guy that can defend, a guy that can rebound, a guy that can pass, a guy that can score inside and out. It's something that I can see him doing, and I think he can do it for a long period of time, making him one of the greatest players ever, even better than Charles Barkley. And I believe that he can do that.